Today I'm going to show you how to make the most popular curry dish from Japan, chicken katsu curry. It's my favorite everyday dish. Hi, I'm Sune and I'm a food geek. If you're new to the channel, I make videos about baking sourdough bread and delicious dishes from all over the world. I'm on a quest to get the most out of every ingredient, and I want to teach you how to do that in easy and understandable steps. So join me by subscribing and ringing the bell so you won't miss any future videos. Today we're going to be making a simple yet very delicious dish. It's a Japanese variation of a curry called chicken katsu curry. Curries are a staple of Japanese cuisine. They came to Japan in the late 1800s during the British colonial rule of India. While many Indian curries are spicy, the Japanese curries are mild, thick, and a little bit sweet. There are three common types of curries in Japan. There's a curry over rice, there's curry over noodles, and there's curry bread, which is a deep fried bread with a curry sauce inside. Katsu curry is a curry over rice dish. It's served with a breaded cutlet of pork or chicken, and we're going to be making the chicken variety today. So let's get started. The written recipe, the ingredients, and the amounts are linked in the description. Start by chopping an onion finely and adding it to a bowl. Peel and chop 2 garlic cloves. And peel the ginger using a teaspoon and chop it finely. Wash and peel a carrot and slice it into ribbons. As you can see here, I'm using my mandolin, which later on turned out to be like a really horrible decision, but we'll get to that. And grab about 100 grams of snap peas and cut them on a bias and put them in a bowl. Then grab 2 spring onions, or scallions as you Yanks like to call it, and cut them in a bias as well. Add them to a bowl. Grab a lime and roll it so that you crush the cell walls. That makes it much easier to squeeze out later on. Cut it in half and take one of the halves and cut that into wedges. Then grab a good handful of coriander or cilantro and pick the leaves and put them in a little bowl. Then it's time to flatten 4 chicken breasts. What you do is you grab a chicken breast and wedge it in between 2 pieces of parchment paper and whack it using your rolling pin, or you can even do it with a frying pan if you like. It's good for getting out some frustrations, that's for sure. Then it's time to bread the chicken. You have to prepare 3 bowls. Add flour to 1 bowl. Then add 2 eggs to the second bowl and mix it together using a fork. To the last bowl, you should add some panko breadcrumbs. So this is how you bread your chicken. You start by adding a chicken breast to the flour. Make sure there's flour on every part of the surface, then dust off any excess. Then add it to the egg and make sure that's completely covered in eggs. Move it to the panko and then pile panko on top. You can press lightly to make sure that it sticks. Move it to a plate and continue with the other 3 chicken breasts. I kind of have this system that I use where I put one in the flour and then I move it to the eggs and then I put the next in the flour and then I move it from the eggs to the panko. Well, you can do it however you want. Then it's time to cook. Add 250 grams of rice to a pot, that's about 9 ounces, and then add 450 grams of water, salt liberally. Turn it on to full whack. Once it boils, turn it down and add a lid. Let it simmer for 12 minutes. Then once the 12 minutes are up, you should turn off the heat and leave it to rest. And now it's time to make the sauce. We start by mixing 2 tablespoons of cornstarch with 2 tablespoons of water. Heat a good lug of oil in the pot over medium heat and add the curry to bloom it. Once the curry smells fragrant, add the onions, the ginger, and the garlic to the oil and fry for a couple of minutes until it's softened. Then add 500 milliliters of chicken stock, about 2 cups. Bring it to the boil, and while stirring, pour in some of the cornstarch. Let it simmer for about 30 seconds and then check the thickness. If it's right, then don't add any more, but you can use the whole thing. Even if you like a thicker sauce, you can make more cornstarch slurry. Just go until you like it. Then add some soy sauce and a pinch of sugar. Taste it and see if it's right, and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Now we need to fry the chicken breasts. Add a good amount of oil to the frying pan. This should be a shallow fry, so it needs to go up maybe ½ an inch, about 1 centimeter or so. Fry the chicken breasts about 5 minutes on each side, or until they're cooked through. If you like a really smooth sauce, you can give it a blitz or 3 with your hand blender. Then we're almost done. We need to prepare the salad. Mix all the ingredients for the salad in a small bowl and squeeze the half of the lime over the salad. As you can see here, I'm trying out my carrots, and they're just way too thick, so it isn't good. So instead I'm grabbing another carrot and I'm using my slicer to cut it thinly. As you can see, that's a little bit difficult, but just be careful, right? Now it's time to finish the dish. Grab your rice and put it in a little bowl, squish it down, and then turn it out onto the plate so you have a little mountain. Add the chicken on top or the side of the mountain, then put some salad on the plate and make it look good, and pour over some curry sauce, and you're good to go. Even though I'm changing my video format a little bit this time around, there's still room for some pretty B-roll. Are you ready?